nervous of it. I'm like exhausted, but it is mid-August in Chicago, and if you live in Chicago, you know exactly what that means. It's the Air and Water Show this weekend, and usually you hear them before you know it's actually happening, because whenever they practice, they come low, and those planes, those fighter jets, they rumble. I'm talking about, like, if you watch Top Gun, that's what's happening all weekend, because that's who performs usually, and that's the main view of the show. Anyways, I'm gonna go see them. It's been 15 years since I saw the last one, and I live right off the beach, so I'm gonna go check them out. Definitely late. My hair already started, but I'll be there in just a second, so just bear with me. I'm almost there. Okay, I finished watching the planes and seeing the entertainment by the beach. Now I'm getting hungry, so I'm gonna go home right now. Walking my way back before my battery dies. Jordan and I are going to be going thrifting, but I was thinking about doing a challenge. Are you up for a challenge?
Yes.
So we've been wanting to go on vacation, and I figured with a little extra spending money, we could do fun activities in a different city, but I want to do it the smart way, where we go find some antiques and vintage finds, resell it, double our profit, and then that way we have some extra spending money for our vacation. What do you think? Are we down?
Yeah, let's see what we can do.
All right, let's go hunting. I got so excited when I saw this a mile away. I found a gem. This is going to be part of my personal collection. I've been looking for these these for quite some time. I actually started a collection and then I had to sell some of them earlier last year, and anything else that's nautical is going into my bathroom, so still hunting through. But this is cute for the holidays. Actually really liked it, but it had some chips, so I had to pass it out because it matters when it's chipped. I do regret passing up on this candelabra because it's becoming more popular in Etsy, but that's okay because I did come across this ceramic cat. These are collectible items. A lot of people are collecting them, all different sizes, and stacking them up next to each other. It's hand painted, it's vintage, made in the US. And then I came across this 3D wall hanging angel, cherub, whatever you guys want to call it. It gives a little texture into the room. I thought it was really cute. I like that it has like a very monotone color palette to it. And then the holidays are around the corner, so you're going to be seeing a lot of Christmas stuff coming up. And I absolutely love cardinals, but unfortunately this was chipped, so I had to pass it up. Check out this mirror. Mirror has been my thing on Etsy. I've sold so many mirrors over the past 2 years, but when it comes to cottagecore, trending, hand painted, very like vintage inspired, it's a seller. Here we go, back in the holiday section, trying to get a head start. When we came home, I ended up not doing a haul, but I did clean them because they were all dusty and grimy. Just what happens after a while when they sit in the thrift store. But I got the cottagecore framed hand painted mirror, really cute. The ceramic cat. These figurines are just collectibles. So many people get different kinds and like sizes and like stack them up next to each other. I also got this like 3D wall hanging angel, cherub. I also put it on the mantle in a photo shoot, so I'll show you what that looks like. It looked really good. And also this is my personal favorite, which is gonna go in the personal collections. It's like this little captain guy. I have a nautical theme in my bathroom, so I have the perfect home for where this is gonna go. Let me show you guys. I used to have more, but I ended up selling them on my Etsy store, but now we're just gonna start collecting them and keeping them. Right next to my other favorite little guy. Okay, talk about heat wave. We've been experiencing a 2-day heat wave in Chicago. It is unbearable. Being that we're the windy city, we don't even have any wind going on. It's so humid, the air is so thick. My garden is drying up. I keep watering it like almost every other hour at this point. I can't even take Charlie out for a walk. I mean, I do, but we don't last more than 10-15 minutes just because it's like about to be 100 degrees. Let's see, what do we got going on in the next couple hours? So it just reached 90. I don't know if you guys can see that. And we're climbing very fast. So by 11 o'clock, we're going to hit 92. By 12, it's 95. By 1, it's 98. And then by 2, 3, 4, we're hitting 102. So it's climbing and drastically. I'm thinking about going to a lake and just jumping in. Okay, this is super fascinating. So I was just reading this morning the Bible and I had to like just stop and tell you guys real quick because I was just talking to Jordan about it recently, and I'm sure you guys have experienced this yourself, but right now I'm reading Revelations, and Revelations is like heavy, okay? Sometimes I have to like read a paragraph and just sit with it, which most of the times that's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to meditate on the word that you just read and not just read through it. But sometimes you can read a lot, or you want to read a lot. And well, I had a small paragraph in Revelations that was like super heavy, and I didn't want to just have like a 10-minute Bible study. So I prayed to God and I was like, hey, you know, I really want to read something else. I love that you gave me this word for Revelations. Maybe I should read on, but I really kind of want to sit with this one so I can understand it more. So, is there anything in the Bible that I should go read? And he did this to me like a few times already this week, which is phenomenal. I ended up going to like Isaiah or a different part of the Bible, and what's so crazy is that it was relative to what I read in Revelations. It's like he guided me to another part of the Bible to kind of get more information on what I just read. Well, the Bible references a lot of other books, or you'll get like, you know, different versions or different sides of the story of like the crucifixion or like the birth of Jesus. It is fascinating. This book is honestly life-changing, and I just thought that was such a God moment to have him guide me through the word that was relative to what I was reading earlier. I already had a head start to getting my nails done, so I've completed my right hand. I just put on the last top coat, putting it under the LED lights. Since it is fall, we're gonna go for more of the fall color designs, this like bloody maroon, dark red. On my left hand though, I'm going to be using a peelable base coat nail polish. This lasts for about 24 to 48 hours. Really easy to use. I can always change up my designs. I'll put the link in description below. For the peelable base coat, I usually go for 2 layers. The reason why is because if you do it too thin, sometimes when it peels off, it only goes halfway off, and then you have like residue left over of whatever nail polish you had left. It's like when you pull a sticker off an item and you get that second layer of residue that you have to like scrape off. Very similar. You also don't want to do it too thick, so don't go for 3 layers because then it'll peel off much sooner, and then you're stuck with having to do the nails once again. Alright, I'm going to do a French manicure style, but I'm torn between the white or the pink base coat. But I'm thinking the pink looks best now in comparison, so I'm going to go with that. I'm going to take this off real quick, wipe it down, and then start putting on the base of the pink. So it depends on which kind of manicure I'm doing. If it's a lighter tip, I'm going to go for 2 coats. In this case, since it's a darker tip, we're just going to go for 1. I recently changed up my shape. Normally I do an almond shape, but I went back to something that used to be my classic shape, which is the coffin. So the coffin, if you're not familiar, it's the almond, and then the tip of it is kind of cut off, so it's more tapered. Okay, there's no name associated with this color. It came in a set last year that I got for the fall. I'll make sure to look for it. It's from Amazon and link it down below in the description. But we're gonna start off with my technique, which is no technique. We're just dabbing it on the tip and then going in with a fine line paintbrush. And then afterwards, I kind of just clean it up as I go. It takes practice. That's for sure. This is definitely not my first rodeo, so don't be discouraged if it doesn't work out the first 10 times, because believe me, you have to put in some muscle memory into your hand to really steady it, but then you'll get it, and then you'll be really proud and continue on doing French nails. I'm really happy that I chose this color because surprisingly enough and coincidentally, it's actually trending on Pinterest. I even saw someone coin the term cherry mocha, which I really think that's cute. Now, it's not the French manicure style, it's just the color itself that's trending. So this like cherry, dark, moody red, that's gonna be a hit. I mean, red is always classic, but this like darker shade of it just works perfectly for the fall. Just cleaning off the tip, sometimes it leaks over, and just adjusting any fine details until I go ahead and just put it under the light. Alright, my manicure is complete. Now it's time to go get ready for our date night tonight. Do it. Where's your bun? Get your bun. His face. Charlie, come here.